All right, good morning, guys. It is Friday, and Friday the 8th. Can't believe it's already April, and this month is whizzing by. But thank you guys for being here. Today, we're going to talk about a bundle, and we're going to talk about a bundle. Couple of things, I guess, a couple of bundles actually. Let's see. So I moved everything back to the original, so I'm filming on my the stand-up area because hopefully it works better. I felt a little cramped when I was working on my desk because I like to stand up, sit down, fight when I create. So let's see how this works. Hopefully it's better than last week. All right. If you guys could let me know if you're here, that would be awesome. You know, Facebook and their algorithms. And or if you're watching the replay, that would help out too. So thank you for that. Let's see. Today we're going to be using blending brushes. So I'm going to do, well, good morning, Diana. Good to see you. Today, we're going to be using one blending brush, but I wanted to do a little tip on, I've labeled my brushes. So kind of different color groups. Good morning, Lee. So that way they kind of all stay in the same color family. You can rinse them off. This one's actually still wet because I think I used 3 different colors yesterday when I was creating some goodies, but let's see, which one are we using today? We're going to be using this one. And this is how I store them, just in a cup, pretty easy. But I did find this goodie. I was at oh, we're in the same time zone, yay! Doesn't happen very often, Holly. Well, safe travels to you and to hubby, definitely. So I found this goodie at, I think I was at a TJ Maxx last week. And so I'm thinking this is going to be perfect to store them. It's made for makeup and like makeup brushes, so why not? That's what these really are. So I'm going to store them this way. But that's once the craft room gets moved. But I thought that was kind of cool. But let's see. So that's going to go there because it has all my tools in it. And let's see. I did want to talk to you guys about, good morning, Yolanda. Stampin' Up, they have a few things. You know, we send you guys catalogs, and we get to see all the goodies, and I like to say that I'm old school because I like the actual catalog to look at. But Stampin' Up does have some items online. Ooh, there's a pencil in my hair. Stampin' Up does have some items online that you can only see online, and they're only available maybe like while supplies last. So this suite here all together, here we go, is only available online. So you look it up. The stamp set, the designer series paper, the dies are not going to be in the new catalog. And so this is while supplies last. The Natural Tones Stampin' Blends markers, you know me well, Diane. It's a 1 pencil day so far. By the end of the day, I may have like 3 or 4 in there. Who knows? But the blends are going to be in the new catalog. So definitely go check out the Stampin' Up website every once in a while. Unless I'm playing with it on here, sometimes I forget to tell you guys. I do send out emails with all the information from Stampin' Up, so definitely make sure you're getting my emails. Good morning, Betty. It's great to see you. And so through the emails, I send out lots of information and stuff, but you know, sometimes emails get missed. So there's that. And then today we're going to talk about a bundle. So I've been wanting to do this for a super long time, is to get all the dies from a bundle and cut them out for you guys. Because I can show you like this. And yeah, you can kind of tell what's in there, right? But when I cut them out, oops, I'm going to use those. So this morning I cut them out and I thought, isn't that cool? So this right here doesn't cut out this way. It just kind of puts this texture on your paper, a little bit of cutouts. And with this too. I know, pretty cool, right? It's got this long, it's actually a little bit longer, but this is the piece of paper I had of this stitched, jagged edging. Super cool. And then these little guys, these little leaves, I guess they're leaves. You could use hearts. Almost look like coffee beans with a little indent there. But I attached these with the glue dots. Super easy, just plop, 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 glue dots. So we're going to be using this bundle. This is the Artfully Layered Bundle. It's in the mini catalog. So there's the catalog. The picture. It is $53 for the stamp set and the dies. And there's also the suite, which includes these. I'm going to take them out of the package because of the glare. It includes the faux sea glass shapes. And so these are, did I tell you the colors on here? No. Did I tell you the colors on here? Yep. Just Jade, Old Olive, and White. So there. It also is going to include this ribbon, which you guys can see that. It's kind of, it's fringed, frayed is what they're calling it. This frayed ribbon, super cute. I'll show you a card that I used that includes that. You're going to get, and this is all in the suite, so the Artfully Composed suite, which actually, I made the cards before I looked at the inventory status, and this suite you can't order right today, but it's supposed to be available next week. So here's the designer series paper. Do I have it all? And this comes, how does it come? It comes 12 by 12. I cut this down to 6 by 6. The Birds of Paradise. Brian's, my husband's grandfather had a whole garden of Birds of Paradise. Amazing. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, and then flip it over and you've got these. So very pretty. And as soon as I saw this suite, I mean, if you've been here any length of time, you know that I have lived on a couple of islands. So I'm really an island girl at heart. You are also going to get in this suite, this vellum, which I haven't even opened up until today, but I also haven't made my red card for Friday yet. So stay tuned. I'm going to play with this, I think. But look at this vellum. You get maps. I love anything with maps, right? Some handwriting, really, really small. There's also like old school, this has to be a book. And I think sometimes, there you go. Sometimes they tell us where it comes from. I don't remember if they did that or not for this one, but I started reading it and it was talking about the Vanderbilts and the Astors and the Madison Art Gallery. So I don't know where it's from, but old school, almost like old, I'm going to say newsprint, but it's not. It came from a book, so that's cool. So that's everything that's involved in the suite. So if you order the suite, that's what you get. Yep. So now you guys want to talk about a card? Or how about a couple cards? Let's talk about a couple cards. I'm trying not to put everything all crazy, so when I need it, I know where it is. We'll see how well that works. Right, guys? Okay, so this is the card that we're going to be making today. And guess what? I forgot something. Okay. So we're going to use our blending brushes. And we're going to create the circle. And I'm going to show you guys how to do that. We're going to do some embossing and some die cutting and some stamping. And then that's the inside. Okay. So let's see. My computer just went off. All right. And then I have some other cards that I can show you. Here's the one that I made with the ribbon. And so I just took the ends of my scissors, or you could use the Pick-a tool, and just took off the fibers to make it even more fringy. Is fringy a word? Probably not. And then here I used, these are matte dots that I used. All right. I've got some other samples to show you, but let's get working on the card we are going to create. So, basic white. We're going to use lots of basic white today. And I need a paper liner. I guess I don't really need it, but I'm going to use this to, just in case I get a little crazy with the blending brushes. Okay, so what we're going to do and how we're going to create that circle is we're going to take 2 pieces of basic white, and you could, the top one is just scratch, so you could really use whatever you have. And we're going to take our circle die. This one is it's like 2.5 by 2.5. And we're going to take, we're going to cut this out. And you're going to cut it out kind of like where you want the circle on your card. So let's get all of our die cutting goodies so that we can create the sandwich. And I got new plates just for you guys. Good morning. I'm so glad everybody's here. So we're going to take this, let's make sure you guys can see this. And I want my circle to be kind of on the right side on the card front. So that's where I'm going to cut the circle. And we're just going to roll it through the machine. And then we're going to put these guys away. Like so. Now, this is just our stencil, right? Yep, circle dies, can't live without them. They probably are one of my top 10 items. I've never really sat down to think about what my top 10 items are, but probably a trimmer. I mean, besides the obvious, besides ink, paper, and stamps, right? Where do you go beyond that? I could not make a card without a trimmer, and probably your basic like circle dies, your stitch rectangles, that kind of stuff. Okay, so this is the stencil. This guy right here is going to be the front of our card. So we're going to line these guys up, and then I'm going to take, make sure you guys can see, I'm going to take, I'm going to take washi tape, and I'm going to tape these like so. So this is just washi tape. You could use Post-it notes too, that would work. Like I said, the top layer is just a stencil, so we're not worried about the washi tape sticking or anything like that. Let's put this guy back. Okay. We're gonna take our ink that we're gonna use, and I'm using, ooh, I did not use Evening Evergreen. Maybe I did. I must have. It was sitting on my desk. Okay, so what color did I use? I don't know. I don't know now that I look at it. So let's test this out. Nope, I did not use Evening Evergreen. I must have used Pear Pizzazz. There we go. Let's try this. Because I want it lighter than what I'm going to use. That's not that either. That's got to be just Jade. Well, we'll go with Pear Pizzazz. But I want it lighter than the Evening Evergreen. Then I'm going to cut this leaf out. All right. So, the blending brushes. I am by no means an expert. I have used them a handful of times. I am going to get ink up here like this, or I'm putting the brush onto the ink pad. I'm making circles, catching the ink on here. You guys see that? I'm gonna start off not in the area that I want on my front of the card. So I'm gonna start off the paper with circles like so. And I'm just gonna, you can tap it just any way you get the ink on there, but like that. Here we go. And then I want it a little bit more even than that, so there we go. I feel like the center there is there. You just play with it, and then you decide if you want a little darker. You obviously can't take ink away. There we go. All right. So that is Pear Pizzazz. Now, a couple of tips about this, because I made a couple cards. If you're going to make multiple cards in different colors, get a different piece of paper. I used the same one here, and it got a little dark on the edges, so like the ink is stuck to this paper. So just make a new stencil, new template, that's all. All right, so I'm going to pull this guy out, and now we have our circle. Cool, right? You could use this with any shape. And we're going to pull this guy off because we don't need him anymore. Or you let it dry too. You can let it dry. I think I made the Calypso Coral card pretty close to making the first card. So we've got this guy. Now we're going to use a greeting. So I need some blocks. And we're gonna stamp this guy. Like so. And I want him kind of a little bit in the circle, like that. Now, I'm going to take an embossing folder and just run the whole thing over the front of the card. So I am using this guy, the Time Worn type. So we're going to get out the embossing machine, or the cut and embossing machine again. We're going to line this guy up like so. We're gonna run the whole thing through. We want the big platform and we want this guy. We're gonna, the hinge side goes first. I think and we're gonna run it through like so. Fold this guy up. We're gonna take, oh, we're not done with that guy, actually. Sorry about that. Somewhere I already have a piece of evening evergreen, and I already put the adhesive sheet on the back. There's a couple ways you could do it without the adhesive sheet. One being, you can take the Tombow glue with a sponge and dab your item that you want to make sticky. The adhesive sheets, I think, are just easier for me. They're a lot cleaner. I don't make such a big of a mess using the adhesive sheets as I do with the Tombow glue. But that's just me. I think I get a little impatient. So we're gonna take our leaf, and I know there's a name for this, and my friend who's from Hawaii, she just told me what it was, and I can't remember what the name of it is, but the big Hawaii palm. We're gonna run that through the machine. I'm actually gonna run it through again, just to be safe. There we go. Sorry for the wiggle. Now we're gonna move the machine, and I'm pretty sure I'm done with the machine now. There we go. Let's see, let's get this up and running. We're gonna pop this guy out. We're gonna use the Picket tool. That's what these little holes are for. You can pop it out like so. You could use the negative. You could use this. You could also use this, not this one so much because I cut too close, but I've seen in the catalog there's a card and it uses the negative. It's super cute. All right, let's pop this guy out. There we go. I'll pull this all the way off. And then, so with the adhesive sheets, it just turns anything into a sticker. So you just want to make sure your item is facing the way you want it to. I've tried it with letters and I had it on the wrong side, so that was fun. I had to redo them. But you learn that lesson. Okay, I took thick basic white. We're gonna do a card this way. You guys know I'm a little obsessed with cards this way now. Kind of depends on how the paper's already cut. Decide which way the card is gonna go. We're just gonna put this guy on there. So we're gonna pull this guy off. There we go. We're going to pull, good morning. We're gonna pull this guy off. And put him down very gently the way he's supposed to go, like so. There we go. And then I did, let's see, we're gonna use the seal. And I've been playing with the seal a little bit, with the regular seal, the Seal Plus. I think I just pressed too hard on, I need to learn to be a little bit more gentle. Like I tell the little one, gentle, gentle. So I need to take my own advice. So there's this. Then I'm gonna pull out somewhere. I have some dots somewhere. Let's see. Where are my dots? Nope. Oh yeah, I guess we'll use these. There we go. So these are opal rounds. We're gonna pull a couple of these guys off, put them on. Let's see. I go, and I know I always say like in threes, but for some reason I like this card. I don't know if it's because maybe the leaf is number 3, but I like 2. So tell me what you think. Do you guys always do dots in increments of 3, or odd, I guess is the right? Because I guess 5 wouldn't be an increment of 3. But odd. All right, so this is our card. I'll go ahead and do the inside with something, I don't know. Let's see, what should we do? Thank you, sending all the hugs. All right. Sending all the hugs. There we go. And then we're gonna take our lighter green too. I feel like the last couple of times I've done Facebook Lives, I've been using green a lot, which blue is my favorite color, so I don't know why I'm in green so much lately, but it's all good. All colors pretty, right? We're going to take this leaf here, and I'm gonna stamp just the top of the inside of the card, like so. And then in the middle, I'm gonna do a little bit, not so, just a little bit on the top, like that. So there's the inside of our card. And then I have a handful of other cards that I'm going to show you. So they, yesterday I posted 2 cards using the designer series paper. So that's our card. But here's the sample. And so this was just jade. It has to be just jade, which is one of the retiring colors that's going away. And then this one is pear pizzazz. And then the cardstock is evening evergreen. All right. So, this card yesterday I posted, and see the envelopes, never a naked envelope, right? Some designer series paper, cardstock with ink, and there's a pretty awesome card. And again, I did the inside. This one, Calypso Coral. Kind of the same, not kind of, it is the same layout, same version, just different color. There's that one. When I saw this set, for some reason, I was thinking Easter. You guys know that the calendar always gets away from me. And I meant to order one of the sets in the mini catalog. It's got a cute little bunny on it. And I never ordered it. So I need some Easter cards. So I went with Fresh Freesia. I did the same technique with the circle, with the blending brush. I used these guys here. Let's see if you can see. Yep. The texture just on the cardstock, right? It doesn't really cut anything out. It just cuts into the cardstock. And then I used the ferns and the leaves. I stamped on some designer series paper that's also in the Fresh Freesia with circles. Can't live without my circles. And then the inside. So there's that one. And then this one, I copied, or I was inspired by one that's in the catalog. So it is, let me show you. I don't know. Oh, there it is. So I saw this card. Lots of layers on it and stuff. So this is my take on that card. We've got stamping, some cutout of the big leaves, the die that's in that bundle. And then this ribbon. Actually, this ribbon is on sale right now. It is, how much is this ribbon? I wrote it down. This pale papaya and white ribbon right now is $4.20. It's part of the last chance items. So if you haven't looked at that on the computer, go and see what's the last chance. And then on the inside, there we go. So that is what I played with yesterday. I will be posting pictures of these through the week. I know not everybody sits and watches to the very end of my videos, and that's okay. Thank you guys very much for being here. Hopefully you are doing something fun today or this weekend. And let me know what you think about my card. Maybe I'll do like A or B. Do you like the old olive one, or do you like the just jade one better? Hopefully everybody has a great weekend, and thanks for being here. I truly appreciate it. We will talk to everybody soon. Thanks, guys. Bye.